We'll never mind you. We'll drag you home and then we'll organ grind you. Oh, you'll be hurt.
All right, Nasty Neil, Duck Man here, Days of the Dead, and we're with Keith David.
Here we are.
How are you enjoying yourself?
I'm having a marvelous time.
I have to say, you probably have like the greatest. There's a lot of cool voices here, but you probably have the coolest voice.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm not just saying that. It's pretty sweet. Duckman is a huge fan of yours.
I'm a rapper. I actually sampled you from They Live on a song.
Don't tell Matt. He's gonna
I didn't make any money off of it. I'm broke, or else I'd give you a check right now.
What did I say?
It's the line about he who has the gold makes the rules. And,
I'd like to hear it sometime.
I think I have a copy of it on my computer died, and I lost a lot of my old stuff. But I can. We're without.
I'll hook you up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Which film? Obviously, because we did the They Live panel here. But normally at the conventions, is that the film for horror conventions that you get people want to talk about the most, or is it other films?
It all depends. Get a lot of They Live fans, a lot of Thing fans. Every once in a while, I get some Puppet Master fans.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you enjoy doing the Puppet Master movie?
I really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did you see the evil puppets that are here this year?
I saw some. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw them.
They got their own little room. They got all the little evil puppets.
I wonder, did you see the one with the presidents?
The presidents?
Yeah. There's some little puppet thing going on. I tried to find it. Somebody was telling me about it, but I haven't found it yet. But I'm still looking.
Yeah. You speak of that, do you yourself collect anything? Do you collect anything?
I collect photos, and I also collect some of the action figures. I still have some of the original gargoyles.
Nice.
And some of the original Spawn figures.
Nice. I was a big fan of the Spawn animated series.
Yeah.
It's actually better than the comic book. No offense to Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
No, I really love doing it. It's one of my favorite things.
What is that experience like doing the voice acting? How different is it than obviously not being seen, but what's it like?
Just fun going to work. I don't have to.
You have to get dressed.
Up.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, dressed up. I just say you don't have to
get
dressed.
dressed.
Yeah.
They actually
I would just show up.
Unless I'm in my house doing this.
Yeah.
They actually make the Saints Row games in the town where I come from. And so, what's it like working, in the video game industry?
I love it as well. It's just fun. It's just another form of acting. The games have become quite good scripts.
Did you feel bad that they killed your character in the first game? Was it the first? Yeah.
Was it the first game? But I came back.
Yeah.
I'll say bad if you couldn't come back.
You always get a chance to come back.
Exactly.
Can't keep a good man down.
Yeah. Now, the Q&A was with Roddy Piper this week. Have you ever thought about a sequel?
I've thought about it, but...
Are you surprised they didn't? Because it is such a big movie, a cult movie.
Well, who knows why they didn't.
Have you ever thought about what your characters would be doing?
Probably sitting there frozen until somebody unfreezes us.
Yeah.
Now,
I know we talked a lot about the fight scene. Was it rough? I mean, did he show you how to?
It was a fantastic trip. I mean, we had an excellent choreographer. We both, know something about selling a punch, and selling the fight. I mean, selling the story of the fight, because I think when it comes down to it, that's what certainly I enjoyed the most, was acting out the story. Following the logical story, and I think that's what people enjoy, because by the time we get to you dirty, I mean, the story of the fight is like it's escalated. Beyond just this little friendly, leave me the fuck alone. To this, almost dangerous fight.
Here you are wearing sunglasses, and you wouldn't put them on in the movie.
Now I know.
Those are pretty stylish sunglasses, I have to say.
They're beautiful.
I had some green ones and I lost them. I'm pretty upset about that. But is there any fan interaction or a gift or anything that stands out to you from doing conventions?
Oh well, I got to take some pictures with some pretty cool costumes. You know, as you know, when we come here, they go from the sublime to the ridiculous.
Yeah.
And some of them are really sublime.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought you were going the other direction, but yeah.
I try to stay away from the ridiculous.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Kurt Russell? Because you two are basically...
Well, I grew up with Kurt. I grew up watching Kurt Russell. You know, I mean, all those Disney movies. You know, because he was a child star. You know?
Computer that wore tennis shoes.
So, you know, it was great having a chance to actually work with some of the people who I had, you know, long admired and whose work I knew.
Any
It was a new genre for me. I mean, because it was the thing. It was my first movie. I'd never worked in the movies before, so there was a lot to learn and get used to.
The Thing, I think that was a movie that really grew in time. Like when it first came out, a lot of people didn't like it, and then I think over time it became like an iconic movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Were you like disappointed when it first came out that it didn't get great reviews?
Yes, as we are disappointed when something that we work on. But I mean, some of the reasons that they said it wasn't good was stupid to me. I mean, because it's like it was a PG-13 movie, so it's like, you know. And one of the reviews said something like, "Not something you can take your kids. Don't take your kids."
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you know. I mean, you know, you have. I mean, and there's. I think parents should monitor what their kids watch. And it wasn't, you know, if your kid is a squeamish kid who has nightmares and are visually stimulated like that, then you don't take them.
Right. Yeah. You can't make everything for kid friendly.
Well, I mean, and as it was, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, there are certainly worse culprits as far as slayings. I mean, no one was gratuitously killed.
Yeah.
But we're also talking about 30 years ago.
Yeah, and I always think that's a movie to go to because a lot of people say, remakes are terrible, I hate remakes, and that's the movie I always go to. It's like, well, there are a lot of bad ones, but if there weren't for remakes, we wouldn't have had John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have had Bill Moseley breaking the camera.
Yeah.
What do you think about Bill Moseley over there?
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude. He's sick of me. I see him at all the shows. You'll have the same reaction pretty soon if you go to some more. Another question?
Chronicles
You probably already have the same reaction now.
Chronicles of Riddick and Pitch Black. How was it going from like the low budget Pitch Black then to the Chronicles of Riddick, which was this kind of big universal story? Did it like change the feel of the atmosphere on the set? Or were you just doing your thing?
Yes, it was a bigger budget movie, you know, but I mean,
does that matter to you? Or you just bring it no matter what role you have?
You know, I don't work any differently according to how I'm paid.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know, some movies get some productions get more money than others.
Yeah.
I come to work. I came to do a job, and that's what I came to do.
Do you think there's any roles that are like really underrated that you've done and you wish people would talk about more? Or
I did a movie I thought was kind of nice. Two movies. One was called The Grave, the Jonas Brothers, and the other one was called Flippin', which it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed doing it, and if you see it, I think it's a fun movie.
Yeah. I always like to ask that because there's a lot of, like Sid has told us about movies. It's like, because I'm sure you get asked about the same ones over and over, and if they like your work, maybe they could check out you in some other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Well, I want to thank you for talking to us.
All right.
Good time.
Yes, indeed. Thanks a lot.
Nice to meet you.
Hope to see you at some more. You might feel differently, but I don't know.
Yeah. No.
I'm just kidding.
I had a good time.